In this video, I'm going to be talking about why some people fall off the bandwagon when it comes to fitness and health in general, and other people seem to be able to commit to it their entire lives. So, the number one thing that I would say about why people fall off of the fitness lifestyle is what's your reason for starting? It's important to be honest with yourself here. I feel like it's easy to kind of lie to yourself or make things up that aren't your true reasons for why you're starting to work out or eat healthier. If those reasons are superficial and you just want to look good to attract, people in your life, then so be it. Just be honest with yourself on the reason you're starting this journey in the first place. What made you want to dive into fitness? What made you want to try it? So that would be the number one thing. I think these ranges, there's infinite reasons why people start. I think a lot of people, myself included, start the fitness journey for superficial reasons. If you stick with it long enough, those reasons evolve into different reasons. Like when I first got into working out, I didn't realize the mental benefits of working out or the spiritual benefits of working out. I just wanted to look better, right? So it wasn't until I dove into this lifestyle that I realized all these other benefits that came with it. So being honest with yourself on why you're choosing to start in the first place, or why you continue, if you're not just starting, why you continue this journey. Number two, I would say, what are your overall goals? What are you trying to achieve by working out and eating healthier? Is it to be a healthier version of yourself? Is it to look better? There's, infinite reasons on the goals that you have with this. Some of the reasons I think a lot of people fall off, one of the main things that I think is people have unrealistic expectations. So they're expecting to look like a model who's been doing this for years, in a very short amount of time. I blame social media for this, but even before social media, magazines and stuff did the same thing, where they would try to sell you a product or just sell you an idea that you can achieve a look this way in a short amount of time. The truth is, this is a lifestyle, and if you don't have the foundation strong, it's easy to fall off the bandwagon. So I think establishing a foundation is critical. Having realistic expectations. This is a sport of patience. It's a lifestyle. Number three reason why I think a lot of people fall off the bandwagon, some people, shouldn't say a lot, competing or taking it to the extreme. When you take fitness or anything, from my experience, to the extreme, it can burn you out. I have a handful of friends and colleagues that have competed in bodybuilding or physique shows, bikini shows, and they very rarely work out anymore because they burned themselves out. Competing is intense. It's a whole other game than just like casually trying to live a healthier lifestyle. In fact, a lot of these competitors will tell you competing is not the healthiest thing to do, ironically. So, it's important. And that's not to say that you can't compete and still love and go back into it. Like, there's people that compete over and over and over again and they love it. So I'm not saying this is for everybody, but for some people it can burn them out. It can be too much, where, multiple different reasons. Either they exerted themselves too much and they don't want to go down that again, or they kind of achieve a body dysmorphia where they've seen how perfect they can look, and then nothing above that can even compare. So I think taking things to the extreme can be a negative thing if you're not sure, if you're not fully committed into something, especially if you're just like trying it out. I think it's good to, like I said, get the foundation straight and being realistic with yourself. Number 4 reasons why I think people fall off the bandwagon, this is an unfortunate one, is injury. So people get injured and then they don't want to continue working out anymore. And it makes sense. You don't want to re-aggravate an injury. I know all about that. But you can do things that can, you can come back after an injury, is what I'm trying to say. Injuries don't take you down forever. Even some of the more serious ones, you can still get back at it. So to avoid injury, just really focusing on your form, not focusing on putting up too much weight. I say that magic rep range, 8 to 12, and you can even go higher, especially when you're starting out, just to really focus on your form. And then you can up the weight and drop the reps as you get more advanced. But the form should always be perfect, and this will help prevent injuries and will even strengthen the body for other activities as well, to reduce the likelihood of future injuries to happen, even outside of the gym. Number 5 reason why I think a lot of people fall off is they don't understand the aspect of nutrition. There's people that go to gyms that, for as long as I've known them, look the same year after year after year after year because they don't understand the nutrition aspect of health and fitness. And I would say 90%, if not more, of living a healthy lifestyle has to do with the food you eat. You hear these sayings, you can't work out a bad diet, and that's so true. You can crush it at the gym, every day, but if you're going to eat McDonald's and fried food after, it will catch up with you eventually. I know there's some, if it fits your macros, people there saying, well, I eat fast food. Yeah, you can still do it. I'm just saying it can be harder for beginners to understand that if you're just going to keep your diet the same and add in exercise, you're not going to see the greatest results, and that can be discouraging, which can lead to just throwing in the towel on working out in general. So I would say if you're starting out and you're feeling a little discouraged, really be honest with yourself about the nutrition that you're getting, the food that you're eating, making sure that can be tuned up. And then from there, you can, see the results you want if you tune up your nutrition. I truly believe diet is most of it. When I first got into working out, I neglected diet. I thought I was just above that or something. Like I could just kill myself at the gym and eat whatever I want. And to an extent, when you're younger, you can kind of eat whatever you want and get away with it, depending on your metabolism. Certain people can't. But that doesn't mean that I was living the healthiest version of myself. Luckily, it was about a year or 2 into fitness, into lifting, where I started seeing mental and psychological benefits just on my overall mood and my psyche. And from there, I was hooked. So then I was able to buckle down on nutrition. And a big part of how you feel throughout the day comes back to nutrition too. I think nutrition can help with anxiety and depression. If you're clinically depressed, obviously eating better won't necessarily make you feel better. But in general, nutrition can help a lot with your overall mood and just how the body is supposed to feel throughout the day. Number 6, comparing yourself to others. This is a big one. Social media makes it easy to just compare yourself to anybody and everybody. And you never really know what someone is going through based on what they post on social media. I'm included in this. We all post the best photos we all try to show ourselves in the highest light. And so the only person you really should be competing with is yourself. And are you getting better? And be realistic with the progress that you make. Sometimes because you see yourself every day, you will be the last one to realize that you're making progress. Whether that's losing weight or gaining muscle. Generally, it's people that haven't seen you in a while that will be the first to tell you, because there's so small, minuscule changes day by day that you basically just think you look the same. But if you have your nutrition down and you're working out, I promise you're making progress. So it's important to focus on those little progressions that you make and not necessarily be comparing yourself to what people are posting on social media. I see these crazy transformations on social media, and there's photography tricks and posing tricks that you can make a transformation photo. Some of these people are taking it the same day because they know the tricks of the trade. And this is a culture that values this kind of stuff. So, it's just important to be discerning and understand that it's the progress that you make yourself that matters the most, not what you're seeing online, because most of it is BS. So, yeah, I hope this helps.